3. Welcome to Scrub Mode. I'm so happy that I get to do this podcast with my two friends here, my two friends John and Ryan.
Hello.
Hi, it's me, John.
And welcome. We got a little bit of a weird energy today. Just,
I'm coming off a really long work day.
Yeah.
The news, as always, has been depressing as fuck.
Yeah, not like last episode. I haven't fallen asleep, so we're good.
We were gonna put you on blast, Ryan.
Yeah, no, you can put me on blast.
No.
Like I was like, I'm raring to go, and then it's just like
There are too many shooters. Life's got too many shooters out there. You fucking protect the homies, you know.
It's
Real, what do they call it with like the mafia, where you're like, it's like omakase or something. That's the noodles.
That's sushi.
That's
you think
sushi.
it's Yakuza?
No, it's the thing where it's like you never talk shit. You
never talk-
play them up.
okay.
You don't talk shit to like you just cover people no matter what.
Right.
Nobody gets caught by the cops.
Right.
Nope.
Even if
yeah,
everyone's
gonna
fucked
get
you
caught.
over, you don't rat anyone out to the cops. Same
Never.
thing here. We ain't gonna rat you out, Ryan. We're gonna protect
Well,
you.
too late. I ratted myself.
Yeah.
I'm a man who had a plea deal. The lawyers approached me. They said
Yeah.
$250 under the table, and then you can walk free in 2 months. So I'm like, sure. Witness protection program.
I see. Okay. Well, welcome to the podcast. It sits at the intersection of gaming and monsters.
We warned you the
Talking
And if
energy
you
was
didn't
gonna be
hear our
weird.
name, it's Scrub Mode. Remember
It's
that.
Scrub Mode. Yeah, it's Scrub Mode.
We're here to do Mothman Part 3. We've done the Mothman himself. We've done the monsters and the UFOs, and now we're here to do the MIB and the ultra-terrestrials.
The
Oh, we
MIB.
love the MIB.
You do, tell me about the MIB. What's your conception of them?
That it has Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones.
Pretty good cartoon, I gotta say. Pretty good cartoon.
Good cartoon.
The
good
movies are
movie.
great. I like movies too. Yeah.
It had there was a giant cockroach man in a human skin.
Yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio, man, killing it. Kingpin.
Yeah, for real.
But
man.
well, like the movie, it's the Men in Black. They're like this secret government organization that deals with the extraterrestrials and the supernatural, the things that kind of
Yeah.
leak into the human public.
I like how in the movie, more so than the cartoon, I think not even the government knew about the MIB. It was like that secret, I think.
They're
Yeah, I
hyper
mean, that
secret.
sort of mirrors real, like, organizational structures where it's like, that way if you get caught, even if they torture you, there's only so much you can snitch on, you know? Not that torture works,
You
by the way,
can't-
but...
yeah, you can't go back all the way to like something even higher or deeper within.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no, I'm glad you mentioned that, but these are not those are not the MIBs that are saving the planet. These are not the MIBs that are even government disinformation agents trying to make you look crazy or protect secret craft. These are aliens or possibly interdimensional monsters in disguise trying to pass off as human and not doing a good job. Like, they're way closer to, like, a David Lynchian, like, the occupants of the Black Lodge than they are.
Oh, I see.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, these are like Keel himself draws parallels from these Men in Black sightings to like old sightings of like, you know, whenever you'd go to a witch's sabbath, there'd be a guy dressed in all black in the field, and you'd have to sign your name in blood in his book.
Oh,
Wow.
sick.
Wow.
That's actually very cool.
Yeah,
That's cool. Was
Are
that
these-
a Twin Peaks reference you made
Yeah,
there?
Yeah. Are
need to
these
finish Twin
what do you call it?
next time I'm in LA, I really want. I know you don't like it, but I love Bob's Big Boy, and I want
We'll
to
go to
give a
Bob's.
chalky shake to honor old Davy Lynch.
Oh,
Okay. We'll go to Bob's, yeah.
but
Good old
what do you call it? Are these the MIBs that are just like they look very alien? Like
Yeah,
these are the ones that like we caught like a few pictures of them and one of them's like gaunt and like fucking
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a very common thing is they describe them as having like almond-shaped eyes, or being really thin, or having weird skin tones. Not speaking and acting normally. Like we'll get into it.
Okay. I think I remember hearing a story of one guy who, like, I think he was like a UFO guy or something. He knew something, and then a men in black showed up, and like he showed him a quarter, and
Yes.
then he showed him a quarter, right? And then like he made the quarter disappear, and he's like, "No one on Earth will ever see that quarter again." And the guy was, it was like a mild threat to the guy, you know, that he was gonna like make him disappear or something, you know?
Yeah, he was like, I can do the same thing to your heart if I remember. I can't remember who it is. It's not this case, but that's another very famous one.
Right.
I mean, that's very cool. That. Very threatening.
And then he told the guy to never talk about it, and then he started talking about it.
Then
like
he wrote a whole ass book on it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay, I won't utter a word, but I'll write everything in a page.
Gotcha,
and I'll put it in a book. I got him.
Gotcha, you evil black entity.
You thought you can get me with your fancy contracts? I found the loophole.
Get your ass back in the red room. Okay, so
where's
book...
the court now, motherfucker?
You can make a quarter disappear. Click. I can make some lead disappear. So the entire... I don't think
the bullets would do anything.
No. These are magical entities. You'd need silver bullets, perhaps bullets like to kill Loki with a little... What was the herb they used to kill Loki?
Holly
in there?
Yes.
Holly.
Yeah.
And by Loki, I mean Loki tricked Tyr into killing Balder with? Or maybe it's the other way around. Anyway,
like,
so
here, why don't you give him some Holly? And he's like,
It was just a prank, bro, or his actual defense. At least in the sagas. Okay, so the entire Mothman story opens with a Men in Black case. All right, so it is 1967. It's 3 a.m. You are a rural farmer in Virginia, West Virginia, and it is a classic dark and stormy night.
We love those.
Yeah, I love those. Dark and stormy night.
You're awoken by a loud knock on your front door. What would you answer it? What would you do?
No.
What time is it? What time of night?
It's 3 a.m., the witching hour.
I'm gonna
definitely no.
I'm gonna grab a bat or something. Or like,
I feel like if I was in West Virginia, I would have some kind of firearm with a pump action and spews many small balls of lead in a direction. I would keep that close to me. I would not answer the door, though. I would stay in bed, and I'll wait until the knocking stops. And if it doesn't, well, God forbid they come in.
I have done this, and the guy, well, I wasn't in West Virginia, I was in Seattle, but the guy who answered the door was clearly on drugs and was looking for somebody who was not here.
Oof.
And then when we were like, hey, he's not here, the dude then proceeded to like walk into my backyard.
Oh. Yeah, at that point you call the police.
Yeah, well, I was just like, no, man, he's not here, sorry. And he, I don't want to call the cops. Eventually he moved on, but it was weird.
I see.
So yeah, well, all these people open the door, I guess like Southern Hospitality or something, and they find a devilish-looking man, complete with goatee, in a nice black suit, who's like, hi, can I be let inside? I need to use your telephone.
Come on, man. Clearly the devil.
He has a weird accent, and his shoes are weirdly clean despite the weather.
Despite the weather? Mm.
You shoot him, you run, you let him in.
We close the door immediately and run for the shotgun.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, did he have a devilish smile or something?
No.
No? But he had the goatee, right?
He had the goatee.
You think he's
hard
think
pass?
Think he's using mind control or something on him, maybe?
I know for a fact he wasn't. And I'll tell you why. Because that Men in Black, that was John Keel.
What?
Oh. It was John Keel.
So I think this is a great story. It's a good hook into the book, but I think it sort of undermines the whole MIB case. Because Keel says that, his car broke down. So he had to like walk from place to place. He had a couple changes of shoes, know. And he had to be like, hey, I need to call a tow truck. My car's broken down. And most people nobody let him inside.
Of course.
One person's like, I'll call for you. But he then said, like, once he got back to town, he got a bunch of reports from these farms he'd visited to who were like, yeah, man. Weirdest thing, a man in black came and knocked on my door at 3 a.m. trying to get inside my house. And I wouldn't let him. And John Keel's like, oh, I know him. He's me.
I'm that guy.
That was me.
I'm
That
the
was my
devil.
car. It broke down, remember?
I pushed this car all the way here.
I think it's a good. I don't think it helps his case, but I think it's a good start to the book where you're like, we're gonna hear about a lot of weird people, and I think a lot of these are just
Weird
weird
dudes.
people. But we're gonna play in this space today.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we will only sand.
Yes.
Yes.
Now you guys, I'm telling the story. You guys pick. You guys kick. You know.
Okay.
I'm playing in the space. I'm turning off my skeptic brain for the story because otherwise, all these stories just become. And then there's a weird guy.
Which
This
is
guy
fine.
who said he was an alien. He told me some weird shit. Some of it was true. Some of it was not.
Long story short, weird guy.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So have you guys ever heard of phantom social workers?
Huh?
Phantom social workers.
No.
So this is actually one of the creepier ones. So Keel started to receive a lot of reports of people in black limos showing up in front of rural homes.
Okay.
And men in black would exit these limos, and they'd knock on the door, and they'd be like, "How many children do you have?"
Yeah, I don't like that.
They were always asking about the children and how many there were and what their ages were.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's
Off-
not good.
Social workers. Interesting.
Often they'd ask for a glass of water, which Keel points out is like that shows up a lot in fairy lore. Well, you'll get a stranger at your door asking for water or food, and you're never supposed to give a fairy food or water. Well, sometimes you got to show the fairies kindness, and them eating food or water helps them stick around in our world longer. But if you're in the fairy world, you know the stories. You eat their food, it makes you trapped there forever. So he's doing like a Jacques Vallée trying to like tie it into fairy lore here.
It's just really important not to feed them after midnight.
Yeah, dude. Just,
Yeah.
Is that? No, that's Gremlins.
That's grab.
I mean, applies.
I learned recently. I might have mentioned this. I learned recently that Mogwai is actually, and it's more like Mugwai. My Chinese is not good, but it's actually a real, like a very powerful Chinese evil spirit, and not like a little gooba gaba made up for movies.
Not a little creature dude.
I see.
Yeah.
Not a little scrungla.
Not a little scrungly goblin.
A little goblin guy. They're
Who,
cute.
sprout into
If you
horrible
don't feed them
fear
after
goblins.
Here's my hot take, because I never liked Gizmo. I always thought Gizmo was a little creepy. I
Really?
bet the goblins are a little...
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cute. You know,
His
That's
big
funny.
eyes and his people teeth just like didn't sit
the
right
people
to me.
teeth. Yeah.
Is people teeth? I mean, you're not wrong, but like,
You're not
also,
wrong. I get it.
I'm clearly
I mean,
in
the
the
Gremlins were
minority,
cool,
you
though.
know. I have
There's
to
a lot of
accept
toys,
this.
though. Yeah.
I do like how the Gremlins all had separate personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like Gremlins too as well. It's fun.
Yeah.
I know it's not a good movie, but it's fun.
Yeah. Oh, there's some great puppets.
Look, guys,
in
you can
that.
have fun with a sequel.
What other movie has Hulk Hogan and Christopher Lee?
Wow.
Hulk Hogan and Christopher Lee. That is a good question. I think none other
None.
than Gremlins too.
At what point do you start feeding them again? That's what I want to know. Like after midnight is like so vague and like, you
So
know.
okay, it's not
When the
said.
sun comes up.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's clearly magic rules, just like D&D spells. You know, dawn of the next day. You know,
Okay.
everything.
I
Your
think-
cooldowns are
So from
fresh.
sunup, it's
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
I think what's really impressive is the Mogwai's ability to adjust their eternal clock to the time zone.
it's magic. It's weaponized
It's
symbolism. You know.
magic. Yeah. Like if it's midnight here, like it doesn't matter if it's midnight in another place. Like doesn't apply. Like you're in this zone.
Yeah.
So
I
like
see. Okay.
its clock is adjusted to that. My
Yeah.
question is that like if you take like a 8-hour flight somewhere else and like are jet lagged, does like your Mogwai get jet lagged and do they
See,
still
that's a better
sit
question.
on-
Is the Mogwai working on your clock, or is the Mogwai
Yeah.
working on the clock of the soil of the place it
Exactly
touches?
of the soil that you've like landed in?
That one I don't have an answer for.
I feel
I
like
really-
that would be like something to worry about.
Traveling with the Mogwai.
Well,
Exactly.
okay, hold on. You might be onto something here. This is an ass poll, but like, where do gremlins come from? And I don't mean like,
China?
no. I mean that's where Mogwai come from. But
Yeah.
Okay.
gremlins are a British thing, right? They showed up to explain why planes were so fucky in World War One.
Right. That's
Oh,
right.
So maybe-
That's right.
Anytime you feed a gremlin while it's on a plane, it's after midnight and shit goes fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
There's a gremlin on the wing.
Gremlins on a plane?
Yeah.
That'd be a great movie. They should make
I'm tired of
Gremlins
these
on a
motherfucking
plane.
gremlins on this motherfucking
Hey, I like
plane.
snakes on. I unapologetically like snakes on a plane. I think it's an
Yeah, I think
excellent
it is. It's a
motion
good
picture.
one.
I remember seeing like snakes on a plane on a television recently, like on cable television, and I still love the fact that they completely overdubbed
The
motherfucking
iconic line.
I'm sick
snakes.
of these mother flipping snakes on this Monday
Yeah,
to
it's
Friday
like, I'm
plane.
sick of these mother loving snakes on this
Monday to Friday.
yeah, it's like Monday to Friday plane or some shit.
It's so
And
weird, right?
it's
Because
funny.
like, why not just bleep it or leave it alone? The act of trying to replace it like we don't know has always struck me as
Yeah,
weird.
like blanket out like
It's for the little kids, I guess.
yeah, but I feel like the internet was like in full swing by that time, and like the kids would have come across at least one person making a meme about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
You get the
Gremlins,
like the
Mogwais.
inspirational animal, but it's like it's fucking Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we
It's
get
like
back to Men
Courage
in Black?
Wolf.
How do we
but
get
with
back to this? We
Samuel-
have to. Gremlins and Men in Black both hate kids.
Yeah.
Right.
We gotta hit a U-turn back into Men in Black territory.
Yeah, so Men in Black also show up, like, Phantom social workers, like, go pretty quiet, but we also got a huge boom of this in the 1990s in the US and the UK.
Really?
This time, DEI win, we had Women in Black.
Oh.
Okay.
So they would have...
Representation matters.
Even making that joke left a bad taste in my mouth. I fucking... so far, I hate myself. Representation
God damn.
really does matters. It's really, really very important. I'm being serious right
He's
now.
like, personally,
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
just mad at myself for going for the low-hanging fruit.
Exactly. It's just that thing. It's like Goodwin's Law or whatever. It's like anytime you parody something, there's a really good chance people won't realize you're doing it, like you're making
yeah.
a satire.
Yeah.
You can't anyway.
The dangers of satire.
Even if you have the tone, people will be tone deaf.
I speak for myself. DI is good, and we need it.
Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
back on topic. It's just interesting because there's so many men in black. There are very few women in black, except for in these attempted child kidnapping cases.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to make of it, but it's weird. Anyway, so these women in black, sometimes with a third men in black who's really tall in tow, they'd show up to homes to do a wellness check, and once again, they'd be like, what are you feeding your kids? How many kids do you have here? That sort of thing. And in a few rare cases, they'd be like, hi, we're from CPS. We're here to take them away.
Ooh,
Just out of nowhere?
Yeah.
that's weird.
That sucks.
Yeah, so obviously you can be like aliens, you can be like fairies, you can be like secret monster pedophile ring,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could be
Could be
like
anything.
could be anything. You could be like kidnappers for ransom.
Or
this,
it could
Yeah.
just actually be the CPS and you've been dog shit parents this whole
it
time.
could. But these people never had badges, or when they did, the badges were like misspelled or incorrect. Like,
Okay, now that's worrying.
yeah. And so like, luckily, this mostly seems to have been a case of mass hysteria. The police investigated 250 cases. Without finding any. There was only in 2 of these cases were there any actual like people trying to kidnap kids, but still spooky.
Pretty spooky, yeah.
That's not good. No.
All right,
Wait, hold on. Out of what was it 160
2 out of
cases?
250 cases.
200. Only 2 came back as like actual attempts of like kidnapping children.
Yeah,
So
everything
there's
else was mass hysteria.
248 cases of just mysterious people showing up talking like asking about your child status.
248 reported cases of people saying I too had people show up to ask about my kid's status, without
I mean,
any
that's
evidence
still
that
kind
that
of
did or
concern-
did not
like-
happen.
I mean, that's still incredibly concerning, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, they chalked it up to mass hysteria, so maybe we could sweep it under the rug. Like, it's not
I
weird. Like, we're in the
guess.
middle of one right now. It's not very weird to have, like, child kidnapper panics, but, like,
No, for sure.
there was still
But
two real kidnappings at the core of this. Like, that's
yeah,
Yeah.
not good.
but like, did it start with the? Did it start with a kidnapping, which then led to people like
I don't have that
convincing
information.
themselves that
They
these
don't
people
say
are
which
using
started which.
Hmm.
or like, because if it's like that, where it's like, oh, there were like a kidnapping, and then people were like, oh, these mysterious men in black and women in black are coming to steal our children, and then like a second kidnapping happens, and then or
Maybe.
like that sets a precedence because we're just like, okay, so they're just going hysteric because someone had their child kidnapped, which is terrible.
Yeah.
But if it was just like there is like maybe 50 strings of people that are just like there's just weird people in like black suits that are trying and like asking me about my child's age and like how tall they are and if they're in the house at the
What I'm
moment.
feeding them.
Yeah. And then like, oh, a kidnapping happens. It's like, oh fuck, there is like these weird creatures are stealing our children.
I mean, anything's possible, I guess, right? Like, it
That's
could be the
Yeah,
true.
chicken or the
true.
egg, you know?
Right, right. Huh.
That's what I want to know. I mean, like,
I don't get
which
that
one did
info.
come first, right? I mean, that's fine. I'm not trying to squeeze you. I'm not fucking interrogating you,
Okay, okay,
dude.
Columbo. One
Yeah,
more thing.
you know, I'm not Guantanamo baying your ass, right? I don't
What's
got
that
the
famous?
wet
Is it
towel.
a drill tweet that's just like waterboarding at Guantanamo Bay sounds like a ton of fun if you don't know what any of that stuff means.
It does.
Oh man.
But yeah, like if we could find out which came first, that would make like the perspective on this much more interesting. Like even more interesting than it is now because it's like weird ghost creatures coming to talk about my child's current status.
Or
That's
fairies or
uncomfortable.
aliens.
Yeah. Or aliens or fairies. It's like
And it's happened twice now because there's the Point Pleasant one, and I guess three times, and then a U.S. one and a U.K. one. So
oh shit.
Okay.
I don't know,
anyway,
man. I'm leaning towards weird ghost fairies have shown
yeah,
up and have started asking first, and then someone became a copycat kidnapper.
yeah,
And
that's all possible.
Okay.
then the phantom service workers are just all like, dude, they're harshing our buzz, and we're like trying to
Yeah.
we're trying to do
Oh,
our
these
spooky.
fuckers are ruining our grift.
Yeah, we're trying to get the fucking ghost fear feed off of them, and there's people who are actually kidnapping people.
I hope you're right. That's a better world.
Oh, it would
So
be a better world.
I tease this. This is a high strangeness event. But so shortly after this starts, John Keel is in Point Pleasant. He's investigating the Mothman shit, and he's just like, "Hey, Mothman witnesses, fucking just take me to the power station where you all saw Mothman." Which
Just-
seems obvious in hindsight.
Yeah, just
Right.
bring me there, guys.
So they get there, and most of the people are like too scared to actually go in. But Connie and
sense.
Keith Martino from a couple episodes ago, they're like, "Yeah, sure, we'll go in with you."
Oh, sick. Okay.
So they go into the power station, and John Keel talks about how there's rusty boilers and catwalks, and they explored every inch of it, and there were lots of There were lots of, you know, there's lots of nothing in there, not even pigeons.
I see. Okay.
Okay.
And so they had a good laugh about it, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And just as they were getting ready to leave, Connie had an intense panic attack, claiming she'd seen Mothman's big red eyes behind him.
Whoa.
So everyone turned and looked. They couldn't see shit, but she was having an absolute meltdown.
Oh man.
So Keith and Keel pull Connie outside, where she's met by Mary Heyer, Keel's number two, and the local reporter who's taking in all these cases. So Keel's like, "Cool, you got her. I'm going back. I want to see Mothman."
Sick.
So he goes back. He can't find Mothman, and then they all conferred, and they're like, "Yeah." So it seemed like everyone outside of that. Sorry, I tripped on myself. So they all conferred, and while Keel was inside the building, everyone heard an extremely loud metallic scraping sound coming from inside
Whoa.
the station. that Keel had somehow missed while actually being inside the station.
It was an illusion, man.
Yeah.
Mothman be sending out those friggin' hypno vibes.
Yeah, well, the hypno vibes may have proved too much for some of them because
Uh-oh.
Mary Mallet, who was like one of the first two couples in the car, the making out car sighting from the first episode, she was there too, waiting outside, and she too started having a panic attack. But this time, when everyone went over her to check on her, they saw that she was bleeding from her ears.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't like it.
That's not good.
that's weird.
Keel says that this is indicative of the air pressure suddenly changing in a way that causes a concussion, which sounds like fucking bullshit to me.
Yeah, come on, man. I know you're trying to be like, there's a logical explanation for this. I don't
think it's the air pressure suddenly changed just by this one woman's head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even so, that's even stranger. What?
Yeah.
What?
Now you sound like a 40 who's like, look, I don't think the paranormal's real, but there's a lot of weird ass shit in this world.
Like, what possible force of nature could be like, yep, I'm gonna make a tiny bubble around this woman's head and pop her eardrums.
You fucking got me.
Yeah,
she
it's
could still hear, so it wasn't that. But like, yeah. Anyway.
I see.
Okay. So like, everyone starts having a panic attack, and Keel's like, okay, we gotta get these people out of here. Something's fucking happening. Like, the panic attack is spreading like a contagion.
Yeah.
So like, the crowd disperses, and Keel's like, I'm not scared. I'm gonna go back.
Thanks, Keel.
And while he's exploring the TNT area, he encounters what he describes as a zone of fear.
Huh?
So this is a random small area where nothing was seemingly different from the rest of the woods. But the moment he stepped over an invisible line, he found himself being horribly afraid. And then he'd hop back over the line, and he'd be fine. And he describes himself like doing a Looney Tunes thing of going bump, 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 jumping back and forth, being like, I'm terrified, I'm gonna die, I'm cool. I'm terrified, I'm cool. I'm terrified, I'm cool.
Scared brave, scared brave, scared brave. Let's do this. Let's not. How about now? No.
So he's like, I have no idea what the fuck is happening here, and after trying to figure it out for a few minutes and doing more Looney Tunes shit, he just sort of like scratches his head and leaves.
That's the best you can get, Keel.
This is our lead investigator here.
Yeah. That's the best you can pull out. Just be like, oh yeah, I just had my emotional chemistry just messed with for the last. Yeah, like forcefully. Every time I step over some kind of imaginary line.
Mothman was beaming fear directly into my brain. I had a stationary thing to investigate, and I was just like,
Yeah, whatever. So I was scared for a moment. Whatever.
So in yet another reoccurring character segment, do you guys remember Marcella Bennett and her baby daughter Tina?
The one she dropped?
Yeah, she dropped that baby.
Okay.
So after their Mothman sighting, days later after they reported to Keel, they were driving down a dark and spooky road, as all the roads in West Virginia seem to be.
Okay.
When they were tailgated, not by a spooky black limo or something, but by a bright red Ford truck.
Oh, okay. That's equally spooky.
This, to Marcella's horror, she looked in the rearview mirror and saw not a man in black, but a man in a bushy, brightly colored fright wig at the wheel, which I can only interpret as a clown.
Yeah. No, that's worse. That's worse. Oh, it's not a black limousine, which would like kind of feel luxurious, but you turn around and it's a red pickup truck with a clown in it. Yeah, no.
Oh god,
That's
no.
weird.
Yeah, no, that's worse.
I agree. I'm really sad.
One, how did the clown get here? And two, why is it after me?
I don't know how I missed this for a clown episode. Like, how did I run into a clown on a deserted road, and why does he now want to kill me?
It's the best and worst set of questions you have to ask yourself.
Yeah.
What's the description again?
So the description is there's a bright red Ford truck that's tailgating them, and she sees a man who is in a bushy, brightly colored fright wig.
Fright wig?
Yeah, that's what you call like the big rainbow wig that clowns have.
Oh, okay. A fright. Okay, that's what they're called. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, so it had to be a clown.
It must have been a clown.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been. Anyway, it was something weird. Anyway, so she slows down to let this guy pass because he's tailgating her.
Yeah.
And instead, the Ford tries to run her off the road, Fast and Furious style.
Oh wow.
So she's got her baby in the car, and she's not about to let this stand. So she starts accelerating, and the Ford, now seemingly faster than her, quickly overtakes her car. Disappears around a bend in the road, and the next time Marcella sees it, it's like blocking the road. It's parallel, or it's...
Oh, no.
Right. It's vertical.
I don't like that.
But again, Marcella was like, this is a dirt road in the middle of nowhere. I ain't getting got by a clown.
Good, Marcella.
She goes pedal to the metal, and when the man in the fright wig saw that she didn't intend to stop, he scooted out of the way, and she got home safely.
Okay.
Okay, it can bleed, so...
it feels fear.
Yeah. It's afraid! Yeah!
I love your Hoven. I don't know. Anything to make of that? I don't know what else we can make of that.
I mean, like, that's very spooky. I don't like...
That's the scariest one here, because that reminds me of, like, the clown flap shit from 2016.
Yeah.
Where actual people were dressing up in clown costumes to mostly scare people, but a few of them to commit crimes.
Yeah.
Right.
Going out in the middle of the night taking spooky fog photos with their clown outfit.
Just get real quick, gonna Google John Wayne Gacy to figure out what year he was active.
Wait.
You think it was John
Real
Wayne?
quick. Murders. Yeah, this is not great audio, but he was in his 20s in the 60s, so very possible. And in 1968, he was convicted of sodomy, so that means that if we're in 67, 66, maybe he was already up to shit. Anyway.
He's doing some bad stuff.
Yeah, okay. Here's a fun one.
Okay.
This is one of the more famous Men in Black cases. So we're with Mary Hyre, who's again like the local reporter, who's keeping track of all the shit. She's great. It's January of 1967, and a short man with big buggy eyes. All these Men in Black are described as having thyroid eyes.
Thyroid eyes.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I suggest not Googling it. It just means like big buggy eyes, kind of like Steve Buscemi.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay.
So he had a strange way of speaking in what Mary described as an odd accent, or maybe a speech impediment.
Okay.
He had a long black bowl cut, and was wearing only shorts and a t-shirt despite the freezing weather. So he told Mary that he had hitchhiked from Detroit to Point Pleasant, and I have to be real at this point that, like, the few people from Michigan I know, like, wearing shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops in freezing, snowing weather is normal for them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that says that this man is an alien or a ghost or a fright demon, or if he's just a Minnesota person.
Probably just a Minnesota
or Michigan person, sorry.
A Michigan
Just
man.
probably just a dude.
Yeah. Anyway, so what is weird? That's not so weird. What is weird is the fact that, like, in the middle of their conversation, he just zones out and picks up a ballpoint pen, and he starts, like, looking at it in wonder and amazement.
Whoa.
Like, he ain't never seen a ballpoint pen before.
It's like, whoa, I can, like, write anything with this.
Yeah. So Mary Hyre's just like, hey man, you can have that. At which point he, like, looks to the sky, cackles with laughter, and then runs away into the night, never to be seen again.
Damn.
It feels very Invader Zim to me.
It does.
Yeah, that's
Got
funny.
one of your Earth pens.
And then just leaves.
Yeah.
It's Zim coded for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
A little bit, yeah.
I like that one a lot. I can see why it's famous.
That's funny.
It's pretty good.
All right. So in another MIB story, keep in mind that while this is going on, by the way, people keep saying, like, hey, I'm seeing the Mothman, and then I'm having nightmares or my eyes are getting fucked up.
Uh-huh.
So we were returning again to the Christiansens, who were, again, they had seen Mothman earlier. So this is them also in January of 1967. At 5:30 p.m., a tall, quote-unquote, incredibly wide man dressed in black knocked on their door. I'm picturing Kingpin from Spider-Verse, but, you know.
Yeah, the Spider-Verse Kingpin.
Very wide, man. He was
very
wide.
square.
Incredibly wide.
A very tall, incredibly wide man.
So the mom of the house, she opens the door, and the strange-looking man is like, "Hi, I'm from the Missing Heirs Bureau. Let me talk to Ed Christensen. He might be a missing heir and entitled to a lot of money."
Okay. Score.
So this sounds like a score, but the Christensens were skeptical because they had just moved into this house. This was not the same house they had their Mothman encounter in, and like time moving slower in the 60s, like their shit wasn't listed anywhere. Like they weren't in any of the phone books, and even their bills and shit were going to their old house still. Like they had only just moved.
Okay.
So for someone to have tracked them down here in a house in the middle of nowhere is a little weird.
That's spooky and
a little
weird,
concerning.
And weirder still, their house was in the middle of nowhere. Like we said in the last story, it was snowy. This guy didn't have a car anywhere. You could have looked up and down the street and seen a car, and it would have been insane for him to have walked from anywhere. So like maybe he just got dropped off, but this struck them as weird.
That is weird, yeah. That's another weird thing.
Very strange.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Hey, this will only take 40 minutes," and they're like, 40 minutes of our time for maybe a fortune. Let's let this fucking weirdo in.
Oh boy.
So they invite him in. You can't do that. What do we know from vampires?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
you don't invite him in.
That once you do that, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We all
They get full reign of the house. We've all
Sinners
seen
also
what they do in the
whipped
shadows.
Sinners was so good.
I still need to see Sinners.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
same.
gonna love
I need
it.
to watch that movie too.
Oh my god, okay, yeah. It like we literally watched it for summer ween, and we were like we were like, wait, are movies still good?
That's good.
Wait, this is what
that's
a
good.
movie's supposed to make me feel like? Wow.
Woo!
I'll take note. I'll make sure I see that then.
Yeah. Let's see. Anyway, so they let him in, and he removed his hat, which was a Russian Ushyanka, which maybe not that weird. They're good for when it's cold. You know, the little Russian furry hats. So they say that when he did that, he had a perfectly circular shaved spot at the back of his head.
Little bald
Okay.
spot. Okay.
Yeah.
No, perfectly shaved.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I'm like maybe Agent 42 or whatever, Agent 47 kind of.
Yeah, it's 47. Yeah,
I see.
a little barcode-esque, but maybe it's something else. Like a
they said-
data plug.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe that's a charge port. He also had a K badge, a K-shaped badge in his shirt pocket that he really quickly hid. Like he didn't want the Christensens to see it. John Keel seems to think that the K is a Greek letter that scientists use to denote mysterious things, which is absolutely not fucking true.
No.
That's weird.
But the story goes on. So like, when the dude came inside, the weirdest thing was that like his pants rode up a little bit when he sat down, and it revealed a long, thin green wire that ran from somewhere in his socks up to somewhere in his trousers.
Okay, so he's wearing a wire?
Yeah.
Okay.
And over the course of the promised 40 minutes, the man grew redder and redder. Like Alex Jones red.
He's getting really pumped up about selling his supplements.
Ah!
Ah! I've grown pink.
Oh my god. Jesus fuck. I'm so glad that guy's having a bad time.
Yeah, what a character.
So, like, towards the end of the 40 minutes, he asked Connie for a glass of water. And she brought him a glass of water, and he produced a large yellow pill and swallowed it with the water, and then he quickly stopped being red.
That easy. It's just that easy.
I see.
So, like, he left, and basically nothing ever came of it. They got a call back later being like, hey, you weren't the heir. Which they didn't really think they were. But, weird shit.
Interesting. That is strange.
All right. This next one, Keel mentions, but it's happening on the other side of the country in a mysterious and beautiful place known as Tahunga Canyon.
Oh my god.
Tahunga?
Tahunga.
Wow. Okay.
Sounds fancy.
Yeah. So in the summer of 67, two people were driving through Tahunga Canyon when a disembodied voice told them to look out for something unusual.
Okay.
Moments later, there was a bright flash of light in the sky and a UFO appeared.
Wow.
Soon the two people were conversing psychically with an alien called Cronin, who was, quote-unquote, a tall, boneless, eyeless space robot encased in a time capsule, unquote.
Okay.
Eyeless.
Boneless, eyeless robot.
But
You know, I like my robots like I like my pizza. I like them boneless.
I like
A
a nice
little
boneless
boneless
pizza.
would be good.
I don't want to like have to pick out the bones. From
Yeah,
the
I don't like
pizza.
picking the bones out for my robots. I don't like... I can't find any of these recordings, but Keel claims that went on... From then on, he stopped calling them psychically and started calling them on the phone.
Why?
And I have lots
Okay.
of recordings of them talking to Cronin, this tall, boneless, eyeless space robot encased in a time capsule.
Okay. Time
So,
capsule.
I don't know. Next time you're driving through Tahunga Canyon, pour one out for Cronin.
Okay.
For him, yeah.
I'll make
For
sure
the
to do
homie.
that, I guess.
And then on the other side of the country in New York in 1967, which that's where Keel lived, so that's why he's reporting this one. Apparently, an MIB walked into a bar.
Okay.
He had the thyroid eyes, and he had what's described as long tapering fingers.
Okay. Okay.
The waitress, yep,
Yeah.
the waitress handed him a menu, and he stared at it confused. And then she's like, "What do you want to eat, Shug?" He was like, "Food." She was like,
Yep.
"Okay,
We
how
served
about a
that.
steak?" And he was like, "Good."
Good.
When the steak was finally brought out, he looked around, watching how the other people in the bar ate, before fumbling with his fork and knife like he'd never used them before.
It's like,
And then eating.
Yeah.
I see. You're, like,
The
taking
waitress
notes.
was like, "Where are you from?" The guy was like, "Not here." She was like, "Where?" He was like, "Another world."
Wow. Okay.
Wow, he folded quick.
Yeah.
I expected a little bit more, but whatever.
Yeah, this guy was real quick to just be like, "Look, man,
I'm an alien. I'm from another world.
I'm an alien. I'll take the steak. I'm tired."
Yeah. Look, man, I really need this fear from you.
Can you just... If I get do I still get the breadsticks if I order the steak? Can I just extract some fear from you?
Yeah. Look, if this is scary or something, and then, I get that nice little dopamine hit when I consume your fear, do I still gotta pay?
What do you guys use for money here? Souls?
What's the currency?
What's the exchange rate on a soul?
Well, according to the Republican Party, not much.
Not much
Oh,
these days. Not
okay.
much. Not much.
Anyway, so this story is very quickly followed up by a similar tale from an army officer named Richard French.
Ooh, okay.
He said that he encountered a guy. Sorry. Richard French was the name of the MIB, according to the witness, who also had long tapering fingers. He was also confused about food. This person was like, "I served him Jell-O, and he tried to drink it."
I mean, that's not that weird.
Right.
I'll drink some Jello.
Maybe, again, considering the advent of the Jell-O shot, maybe this dude was just unstuck in time.
Yeah,
Maybe he was ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
He's all like, "I'm gonna make Jello." Oh yeah, that sounds great. Now, hold on, I'm making it with a little bit of tequila.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm gonna make it so that the cups that you eat it out of is really small, so you get a lot of bang for your buck. And then that's when they had their first, what is it? They had their first beer pong
Jello
game.
shot.
Yeah, the first Jello shot, which led into their first beer pong game. It was
Yeah,
incredible.
of course.
Turn of the century, real stuff, like stuff.
250s truly. Okay, so this is where we get into the meat of the story. This is the prophecy section of the Mothman prophecies.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay.
the actual prophecy.
Oh, we're here.
We're here. We've done the Mothman. Now we're on the prophecies. So
Oh fuck.
What is
amid
this prophecy?
all these Men in Black stories and high strangeness, on June 19th, a woman named Jane gets a message from somebody, a psychic message from somebody claiming to be an ultra-terrestrial called Mr. Apple.
Mr. Apple.
Apol, but pronounced like Apple.
Apple.
Okay.
Mr. Apple.
And she's like, hey, this alien psychically contacted me and told me to tell you this, John Keel.
What is it?
So, quote unquote, things will become more serious in the Middle East. The Pope will go there soon on a peace mission. He will be martyred in a horrible way, knifed to death in a bloody manner. Then the Antichrist will rise up out of Israel, end quote. So, as somebody who, has a Middle East Studies master's degree, I have to unfortunately say that things will become more serious in the Middle East. It's not a very difficult prediction.
Yeah.
Especially
Maybe
in the
one out
1960s.
of like 10. Yeah. 1 out of 5 ain't bad.
Yeah.
I don't think the Pope will ever take that risk to go like
I hope not.
into very high conflict areas.
Yeah.
Not even his Pope mobile could reflect that many rounds.
There's also like fucking 67 was the one of the Arab Israel wars. There's a lot like it was not that hard to predict this shit was going to get worse in the Middle East. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone could say that, and it would still hold water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest of it, maybe he gets a pass on.
Maybe.
Right.
So later they would call back and clarify, hey, specifically, Pope John Paul is going to get attacked in a crowd at an airport by a man in a black suit with a black knife.
And that didn't happen, right?
Well, stay tuned.
Okay.
So John Keel is like, look, I'm
loves
really busy
stay
with this Mothman shit, but I'm interested that this ultra-terrestrial wants to talk to me directly. How do we do that? And basically I figured out, like, oh, I gotta hypnotize Jane.
Okay.
Okay.
So he goes to Jane's house. He's like, are you cool with this? She's like, yeah. He hypnotizes her, and he's like, am I speaking to Apple? And Apple's like, yeah, dog. And he's like, okay, so warn me, tell me about this horrible thing that's gonna happen on the Ohio River that I keep hearing from these other contactees. What the fuck's the Mothman? What's going to happen to the Pope? What's going on in the Middle East? You keep dropping all these hints. Can you just tell me something clear? And the guy's like, yeah, I want to talk about Marilyn Monroe and Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And no matter how hard John Keel tried, all this fucking alien would do was gossip about Marilyn Monroe and John Kennedy.
Oh no, he ran into the one alien that got really into the culture. That's great.
I will say, if I had my choice between Injured Cold and Mr. Apple, I'm going for Injured Cold.
Yeah. Oh, do tell.
Anyway,
great. That's
so-
funny.
Eventually he drops a casual line of like, by the way, Kennedy's in great danger, but like, do you think they're fucking?
Be honest with me.
Be
You've
honest.
been seeing them a lot.
Which, again, I'm not a Kennedy guy, but like, was it so hard? Was it so hard to predict that Kennedy, the president of the United States, was in jeopardy?
Maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I do find it really funny that this alien was so obsessed with the Marilyn Monroe and Kennedy relationship. But anyway.
That's funny.
So about a month later, on July 20th, the Vatican was like, hey, guess what? The Pope, he's going to Istanbul.
What?
Wow.
So Keel was like, oh shit, maybe this guy was not fucking with me.
Okay.
He might be the real deal.
So then Mr. Apple calls back and he's like, by the way, the Pope, he's going to get fucking stabbed to death on July 26th. Peace. Oh, wait, actually, hold up. First, there's going to be a bad earthquake. Peace. So
Okay.
Keel was like, okay, he's fucking with me again. But on July 22nd, the deadly Mudurnu earthquake happens in Turkey, killing 89 people.
Wow.
Oh fuck.
Damn.
Keel incorrectly calls it the Adapazari earthquake, but he's,
He's not good at.
He's Keel.
he's not so good. I don't want to say he's not so good in the facts. We get close to the climax of our story, but we've seen how he's been not so good with the.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, but so at this point, John Keel starts to get like a million calls a day from cranks and weirdos saying something bad's gonna happen. All these contactees are parroting each other, saying something bad's gonna happen on the river, something bad's gonna happen to the Pope, and he starts to get phone bills that are like 4 digits long, which apparently for the time was insane.
Yeah, no,
and a lot of these
crazy.
are calls to and from places he's never been, and at times and places where he is not near his phone.
That's why you turn that off before you go anywhere.
Yeah, you unplug it.
Yeah.
So paranoia. Keel at this point is really fucking paranoid because so far the ultra terrestrials have been correct, and he gets a bug out bag together. He's getting ready to go. He's real scared.
Yeah.
The Pope lands in Istanbul. He's met by a crowd of people. Keel is like butt clenched, fearing the worst, and nothing happens.
Oh, thank goodness.
He makes a really weak argument saying like, well, maybe they just fucked up the time and the place. Because 3 years later, the Pope lands in Manila,
Oh.
where he's stabbed in the neck by a man named Benjamin Mendoza,
Oh.
Oh, damn.
who Keel says is a Satanist, but he was not a Satanist.
No. Okay.
He was also not wearing his suit. He was disguised as a priest, and he had a Chris knife, but it wasn't black.
Okay.
So I think this argument is weak. The assassination didn't work.
I
He
guess.
assassinated the Pope because he said he wanted to end harmful superstition.
Okay.
And then once he was in prison, he said he did it for attention.
Wow.
And like the Pope didn't die, and the stab wounds were so minor, he like because the Pope was wearing a corrective collar and because he had bodyguards, like
Yeah.
they didn't even tell people that he had been injured. They just said there was an attempt, and nobody knew he'd actually like drawn blood until after the Pope's death.
Wow.
So like super minor. So I think this is a weak ass argument.
I see. Okay. Yeah. I mean, spooky he got stabbed, but it wasn't by who and it wasn't where. Yeah.
It's also really specific because the guy was like a Peruvian painter. So if the alien's just like he's going to get stabbed by a Peruvian painter, then I'd be like, that's weirdly specific, but they got basically all the details wrong.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Pope stabbed is the only thing that's correct. He was not stabbed to death. He was not stabbed by a man in a black suit. He was not stabbed by a Satanist. He was not stabbed in the Middle East. It was not preceded by an earthquake.
Right.
There was a knife that went into somewhere in the Pope, but
there's
like,
a knife that scratched the Pope's neck.
Yeah.
The Pope was just wearing such fantastically popped collars. Like, how can he kill?
Yeah.
Ain't no way to hit him.
It was like a neck brace because he was an old man, and the guy couldn't stab through the neck brace, is my understanding.
No way. It was an ornamental collar that the Pope
like a Victorian
wore back
ruff.
then.
You're saying? Yeah.
And it reflects all attacks from non-enchanted blades.
Yeah,
so,
and it gives
like,
you plus 20 dark resist.
Exactly. You have to understand, we're talking about the Pope here, ain't?
Yeah,
he
he
ain't
should have gotten a
leaving
magical Chris, then he would have had a chance at least.
Yeah.
Ain't no way he's leaving home without one like magical equipment.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a whole vault and a library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus all his relics.
Exactly. How are you gonna? Okay, like again, the assailant's fault. How is he not gonna expect that and then not bring like a +1 Chris or some shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a +1
Amateur
gun.
move.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you sneak. Like, it's a Chris. It's the cool Wibbly knife.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you sneak that through security. Anyway.
Anyway.
He had a cool
We're not-
pocket.
we're not here to give tips on how to assassinate the Pope.
That's not happening here.
We-
We're
We like, as far as current popes go, I like woke Marxist Pope.
He's cool.
Yeah.
Current Pope is cool.
Yeah.
current Pope is chill, but I'm just saying, like, this guy, kind of an amateur.
Yeah, for sure.
Didn't know his magical deal, man.
Yeah.
So,
What thief guild did you come from?
yeah. Keel remained in contact with Mr. Apple and the Ultra-Terrestrials through letters and calls and channeling. And, like, sometimes Apple would call him directly on his phone. And eventually Apple was like, okay, John, here's the big one. On December 15th, something horrible is going to happen. And later he was like, there's going to be a massive electromagnetic blackout event, this time for realsies.
Okay.
They also warned that a terrible disaster was going to happen on the Ohio River. Many people would die.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, Keel started to think it had something to do with the chemical plants in the TNT area, where Mothman loved to hang, and that there was going to be some sort of like chemical leak or explosion or some shit.
Okay. I mean, that would be sick.
They also made a bunch of other predictions. None of them were particularly impressive, other than China joining the UN, which was like weird for the time, but did happen.
I mean, that's kind of a great guess to pull.
Yeah. And enough of these smaller guesses, which I didn't write down because they weren't interesting, were right, that John Keel was like, okay, I'm back on board. I believe him now.
He's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. So then on November 2nd of 1967, Virginia Thomas was working inside of some sort of fucking kitchen, which doesn't make sense to me, deep in the TNT area.
In the
she
TNT
heard that
area?
the TNT area where Mothman hangs, and indeed, she heard the weird, overgrown mouse squeaking noises.
Uh-huh.
And she looked outside and saw a huge winged shadow spreading across the grass. As she watched, a huge humanoid figure with red eyes landed and sort of like glided or ran into the woods.
Wow.
Mothman. And then,
Mothman.
just like everybody else, she started having the conjunctivitis and the bad dreams after seeing Mothman. But her visions were really specific. She kept seeing Christmas presents floating in the Ohio River.
Christmas presents.
Christmas presents. She was like,
That's-
something bad is going to happen. So now, Keel, as December 15th grows closer, again, he's getting the phone calls, he's getting the weird telephone calls, yada, yada, yada. Everything gets scarier and scarier. He's going crazy. He calls Apol back, and he's like, Apol, you gotta give me more information, man. What's gonna happen? And Apol's like, it's gonna coincide with the Christmas tree lighting ceremony. LBJ is gonna plug a tree, the Christmas tree lights in on camera, and at 5:45 p.m. on December 15th, 1967, and there's going to be a huge electromagnetic pulse, and it's going to black America, if not the world, out for 3 days.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
And again, all his contactees are fucking doing this, are telling him similar things. And in a really weird story, people start reporting they're having calls with John Keel. And John Keel's like, that's not my fucking number. Who are you calling? And they're like, I don't know. It sounds just like you. He remembers conversations we've had.
He's just like you.
So John calls this number, and he hears himself on the other end of the line. And the guy's like, oh shit, and he hangs up. So John Keel's like, there's some fucking doppelganger out there.
Some skinwalker.
Wow.
And John Keel's like, I was probably getting all this freak spills.
Huh.
That's why my phone sucked.
That's weird.
So John Keel is inconsolable. He takes a couple of friends out to a cabin in upstate New York, lights some candles. They all sit around the TV at 5 p.m. on December 15th, and they prepare for the worst. And if you remember our first episode, you know that when LBJ plugged in that tree, nothing fucking happened. No blackout, totally normal. But minutes later, a special bulletin broke in and said, hey, the Silver Bridge has collapsed into the river.
I see. Okay.
Almost 50 people dead, terrible tragedy. And then it all clicked for John Keel. He had all the blackout shit, all the Pope shit was wrong, but the bridge collapsed, there's a horrible tragedy on the river. And the people who are reporting dreams of Christmas presents floating in the river, hot damn, they got that right. Because everyone, again, was doing their Christmas shopping.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And that's kind of the end of the story.
Oh
Wow.
Everything starts to slowly peter out, whether that is because, people were fucking done because everybody knew somebody who had died, or if that's, or if because Mothman had done his job.
I feel like, I hope it's the latter, where
Yeah.
Mothman feels fulfilled with his work environment. You know what I mean?
We're running on low on time. There's a couple more stories after the bridge collapse of like people seeing Men in Black who are just like not very socially good,
Okay.
going to
right,
parties
right.
and stuff like that. It's not super interesting, but close to the end of the book, Keel mentions that like all of his contactees started acting weird afterward. Some of them went quiet. Some of them slipped into obscurity. Others had to be hospitalized, mental health places, and a few even committed suicide.
Damn.
And the Mr. Apple saga ends with this quote. Actually, somebody want to take this?
Sure. You want to go for it, Ryan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
all
see.
right.
What we got here? Oh, wow, okay.
Just a short little quote.
Even Mr. Apple staged an odd departure, acting out a charade with the Men in Black that left him broken in spirit. He wasted away like a human suffering from a stroke until there was nothing left but his Cheshire smile.
What the fuck does that mean, John?
Yeah.
Mr. Keel, I don't...
It's a super cool sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea
Dope.
what it literally means.
Great painting of an image, but
Yeah.
what?
That makes it feel like he's making this all up.
Yeah.
It feels like he figured out what was going on halfway through, and then was like, "I gotta end this on like a high note or something."
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the afterword of the book is written 10 years later, and he's like so fucking bitter at that point, where he's like, I got yanked around. The UFO community is full of neurotics and cranks. It sucks. Don't get involved.
I see.
That's another fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, for real.
sometimes it just ends up feeling like cranks.
Yeah. That's what I got. We could do a whole, like, I've been very nice to John Keel, but we could do at least half an episode on all the weird shit that I was like, I cut because I'm like, that's a stupid fucking thing to say, or that's factually wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, thank you, listener, for being
Yeah,
here.
wait, we gotta put a
What?
coda on that. What did we what did we learn?
What did
That's
we
Mothman
learn?
Part 3.
You know,
I mean, it is Mothman. You can't just end with like, "All right, listeners."
I will say, I love that this is the one story we've done, one paranormal story we've done, where there actually is like a climax. Normally, everything just gets boring, and they're gonna be like, yeah, so the last thing anybody saw was a marble fell down the stairs, the end.
And done.
yeah, it was nice. It was nice that something big happens at the end. I guess the
Yeah.
bridge falling. Not nice that a bunch of people died because
No.
of it, but you know.
Okay, wait, I want to pick up the mood with one short thing. Keel's factually wrong about who builds the mounds, but you can absolutely tell that he used to write for Playboy magazine in the way he describes every single fucking woman in this book.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
You guys want to take turns?
On reading like quotes about his.
Yeah, I've grabbed some quotes of how he's described
Sure.
the women in this book.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh wow, just quotes. A shapely housewife. Quote.
A
Unquote.
slender woman, gentle woman, blessed or cursed with second sight.
A strikingly attractive brunette.
A beautiful lithe divorcee.
That's a weird one. An attractive woman, not at all like the frail, drawn, sparrow-like women I so often meet in the hills of Appalachia.
An excessively slender girl. She would never win a Raquel Welch lookalike contest. Man, these are scared women who are going to you for help, and you're like, hot, hot, not, hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second to last one is kind of wordy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I guess
That one might be the worst because he's like, look, most of the women I meet in Appalachia are not hot, but this girl,
she was hot. Wow.
again, you can tell this fuck used to write for Playboy.
Right.
Also, kind of like a crazy comparison. There's just here's a woman from Appalachia, and then here's this hottie that I met.
Yeah.
It's
Oh man.
kind of a far cry.
Yeah, I guess John Keel's kind of. Yeah.
Right,
I mean,
writer.
Yeah.
Can't be horny posting on men like this, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, he went out of the way to get fucking yanked around the countryside.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not for him, for good or for ill, we wouldn't really have the Mothman story. It'd just be a monster
True.
footnote. So
Yeah.
he also does shit talk Von Daniken, who's the horny ancient aliens guy. So he's less horny and evil than Von
him.
Daniken, at least. So props there.
Props, I guess.
So we give you good job props.
Three scrubs out of 5.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, thank you, listener. I don't know what we learned today.
Don't trust people who say they're from the future.
Yeah.
If I don't know.
Don't trust the ultra terrestrials. They're fucking with you
Yeah.
for a reason you can't understand.
Yeah. For real.
It's beyond us, honestly.
Yeah.
You're not chosen. You're not special. Even if you are illuminated, as Keel describes, if you get wrapped into their meta logic, it's not going to end well for you.
Yeah. Don't give the Fae food.
Yeah.
That's a good lesson. That's actually a really good lesson.
But yeah, thank you, John. Thank you, Ryan.
I'm free.
You're very welcome, Julio.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. You're free.
We're free.
Finally.
We're
Broken
free
from the
curse
cage.
of Mothman. Oh,
He can
man.
come visit whenever he wants, though.
Thank you, Jesse Sanders, for making our music. Donate if you can. I'd appreciate it. Let your friends know
We'd
about
all
us.
appreciate it.
Send us an email if you want. Contact us on social media if you want. If you rate us, we'll shout you out. Rate us highly, please. We'd appreciate
Tell us
it.
your spooky stories. Tell us your D&D stories.
Yeah.
Also,
We'll probably have
also
some more
great.
D&D content coming up soon. But yeah, we'll just see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.